Mastering English, something powerful. Hello everyone. My name is Jason. Welcome to the English Podcast Library English channel. This channel is designed to help English learners improve their listening, speaking, and thinking skills through simple, clear, and practical lessons. Each episode focuses on useful strategies, real-life topics, and motivating tips that make learning English easier and more enjoyable. In today's episode, we'll talk about one of the most important steps in mastering English, something powerful. Instead of translating from your first language, you'll discover how to train your mind to process words and ideas directly in English. This will make your speaking faster, your listening sharper, and your confidence much stronger. Hi everyone, welcome back to English Achieve. Today I want to talk to you about something powerful. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning and everything feels different. You feel strong. You feel clear. You feel alive. What if I told you that your life can begin to change immediately? Not next year, not next month, not even next week, but starting from today. Yes, my friend, transformation does not need to wait. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need more luck. And you don't need to be someone else. What you need are principles. Simple, strong, life-changing principles. In this lesson, I will share with you 12 principles for immediate life transformation. These are not just ideas. They are powerful steps that you can use right now. If you listen carefully and if you take them seriously, your life will begin to shift before this video ends. So sit with me, stay until the end, and let's start this journey together. Principle 1. Take radical responsibility. The first principle of immediate life transformation is this. Take radical responsibility for your life. Most people never change because they keep waiting for someone else to fix their problems. They think if my boss was kinder, I would be happier. Or they say, if my family supported me, I would succeed. Some even believe if my country was better, my life would improve. But here's the truth. Blaming will never change your situation. The world will not suddenly adjust itself to make your life perfect. Real transformation begins only when you decide to hold yourself accountable. Responsibility is not about guilt. It is not about blaming yourself for everything bad that has happened in your past. Responsibility is about power. The moment you say, I am responsible for my choices, my actions, and my growth, something amazing happens. You take back your power. You are no longer a victim. You are no longer waiting for rescue. You become the driver of your life. Think about it this way. Imagine two people facing the same problem. Both lose their jobs on the same day. The first person cries out, why is life so unfair? The system is against me. I have no chance. This person gives away their power. They feel weak and stuck. The second person, however, responds differently. They say this is hard, but what can I do now? How can I use this moment to grow? How can I turn this loss into an opportunity? Who do you think transforms faster? Of course, the second person. That person understands responsibility. Taking radical responsibility does not mean you control everything. Some things are outside your control. Storms, accidents, the past. But you always control your response. You control how you react, how you adapt, and how you move forward. That is where your freedom lies. When you blame others, you hand them the keys to your life. You are saying, you decide how I feel. You decide if I succeed. But when you take responsibility, you take those keys back. You are saying, I decide how I feel. I decide how I succeed. I hold the power. So today, I want you to start with a simple but powerful declaration. Say it out loud. I am responsible. I hold the power. Repeat it every morning if you must feel it in your heart. Believe it with your soul. Because once you accept responsibility, your transformation begins immediately. Responsibility is freedom. Responsibility is strength. Responsibility is the foundation of a new life. Take it today and watch how everything begins to change. Principle 2. Master your morning. If you want immediate transformation, the fastest way to begin is by changing your mornings. Why? Because the morning is the foundation of your day. Think of it like building a house. If the foundation is weak, the entire house will be unstable. But if the foundation is strong, everything built on it will last. Your morning is that foundation. The way you begin your day shapes the way you live your day. Most people start their mornings in chaos. The alarm rings. They press snooze. They rush out of bed. They grab their phone. And immediately they are filled with messages, noise, and distractions. Their heart is already stressed and their mind is already scattered. By the time they leave the house, they are not leading their day. The day is leading them. This is why many people feel tired and lost even before the day has truly started. But successful people, leaders, creators, and those who transform their lives, they do mornings differently. They don't waste this precious time. They understand that the first hour of the day is sacred. Some wake up earlier than others to give themselves quiet time. They stretch their bodies. They exercise or they go for a walk. Some spend time reading or journaling. Others sit in silence, reflect, or pray. Their mornings are not noisy. They are powerful. When you master your morning, you set a clear direction for your day. Imagine starting with stillness, gratitude, and focus. You write down your goals. You take a few deep breaths. Maybe you drink water or move your body. That energy, that clarity carries with you until night. You walk into the world calm, confident, and ready. You are not reacting to life, you are creating it. So, tomorrow morning, make a choice. Don't reach for your phone first. Don't let the outside world control your first thoughts. Instead, start with yourself. Stretch your arms, breathe deeply, drink water, or write a simple list of what you want to accomplish today. Even sitting quietly for a few minutes will give you more peace and focus than an hour of scrolling on your phone. A strong morning creates a strong life. This principle may sound simple, but it is one of the most powerful tools for transformation. If you win the morning, you win the day. And if you win enough days, you win your life. So remember this truth. Your morning shapes your destiny. Master it and your transformation begins the moment the sun rises. Principle 3. Control your thoughts. Your thoughts are like seeds. Whatever you plant in your mind will eventually grow into the garden of your life. If you constantly plant thoughts of weakness, doubt, and fear, then your life will reflect those weeds back to you. But if you plant thoughts of strength, growth, and hope, then your life will bloom with possibility. This is why the third principle of immediate transformation is to control your thoughts. Many people do not understand how powerful the mind truly is. They say things like, I can't do this. I'm unlucky. I will never succeed. They may not even realize how often they repeat these negative ideas. But every time you think such a thought, you send a signal to your brain and to your life. This is who I am. This is what I expect. And life is a way of giving you back exactly what you focus on. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay trapped in those patterns. You can choose your thoughts. Just like you choose your clothes in the morning, you can choose what ideas you put on in your mind. Instead of repeating, I'm weak, you can replace it with, I'm getting stronger every day. Instead of saying, I will fail, you can choose, I'm learning and I will improve. This simple shift changes everything. Of course, you cannot always control what happens outside of you. Life will sometimes bring storms, disappointments, and challenges, but you can always control what happens inside of you. A negative mind will never create a positive life, but a positive, disciplined mind can turn even pain into power. Here's how you can practice it. Every time a negative thought enters your mind, pause. Don't fight it with anger, and don't let it control you. Instead, replace it with a better thought. For example, when the thought comes, I will never succeed, calmly tell yourself, no, this is not me. I choose a better thought. I am capable. I am learning. I am moving forward. Over time, your brain will begin to believe the new story. Remember, your thoughts are like a compass. They guide you toward your future. If your compass always points to failure, you will walk in circles. But if your compass points to growth, you will walk into transformation. So take control today. Don't let your mind run wild like an untamed animal. Train it, guide it, fill it with strength and possibility. Because the moment you control your thoughts, you begin to control your life. Principle 4. Discipline your body. Your body is the temple of your life. It is the vehicle that carries you through every experience, every challenge, and every victory. If your body is weak, your energy is weak. And without energy, you cannot transform anything in your life. That is why the fourth principle of transformation is this. Discipline your body. Think for a moment. How do you feel after eating too much junk food, staying up late, or sitting all day without moving? You feel heavy, tired, and unmotivated. Now think about how you feel after a good night's sleep, a healthy meal, or a refreshing walk. You feel light, focused, and alive. The difference is not magic. It is simply the result of how you treat your body. Discipline means doing what is good for you, even when you don't feel like it. It means moving your body every single day. Walk, run, lift, stretch, just move. Movement is life. When your blood flows, your mind clears, and your energy rises. You don't need a fancy gym or expensive equipment. Your body itself is your best tool. 10 push-ups, a short walk, or a few stretches can completely change how you feel. Food is also part of discipline. There are foods that give life. Fruits, vegetables, water, clean meals. And there are foods that steal life. Junk food, too much sugar, too much fried or processed food. When you eat with discipline, you are fueling your body like a high-performance machine. Ask yourself, does this meal give me energy or does it make me tired? That simple question can change your habits. Rest is another part of discipline. Many people think discipline means working nonstop. But true discipline also means knowing when to stop, when to recharge, and when to care for your health. Without proper rest, your body cannot repair, and your mind cannot focus. Sleeping well is not laziness. It is preparation for greatness. Breathing is one of the most basic yet most powerful ways to connect with your body. Deep breathing reduces stress, clears the mind, and fills your body with energy. Yet, many people forget to breathe properly because they are always rushing. Slow down, take deep breaths, and feel the difference. Here is the truth. When your body becomes disciplined, your mind follows. Transformation is not only mental, it is also physical. A strong body gives you confidence, energy, and presence. People respect those who carry themselves with strength. You respect yourself more when you feel healthy and alive. So take this principle seriously. Start moving, eat to fuel yourself, rest deeply, and breathe fully. Because when you discipline your body, you build the foundation for everything else in your transformation journey. Principle 5. Guard your circle. Look around you right now. Who are the people you spend the most time with? Who do you talk to every day? Who do you listen to when you are weak, tired, or confused? The truth is, your circle, the people closest to you, has a powerful influence on your life. You may not always notice it, but slowly, their words, their energy, and their habits begin to shape your own. That is why the fifth principle of immediate transformation is this. Guard your circle. If your friends are lazy, negative, and weak, soon you will become the same. It doesn't happen overnight, but little by little, their attitudes rub off on you. If they complain all the time, you will start to complain. If they gossip, you will start to gossip. If they waste their time, you will find yourself wasting yours. On the other hand, if your circle is ambitious, disciplined, and positive, you will naturally rise with them. Their energy will push you higher. Their drive will inspire you. Their habits will challenge you to become better. Energy is contagious. Words are contagious. Habits are contagious. This is why you must protect your circle carefully. Not everyone who smiles at you is good for you. Not everyone who has been in your life for years deserves to stay close. Sometimes you need to walk away from toxic people, even if they are family, even if they are old friends. This does not mean you hate them. It simply means you are protecting your growth. Guarding your circle doesn't always mean cutting people out completely. You do not have to create enemies or burn bridges. Instead, you can simply reduce your time with those who drain your energy and increase your time with those who inspire you. Spend more hours with people who challenge you, who believe in you, who make you feel alive. Spend fewer hours with those who pull you down. It's that simple. Remember, this transformation begins with your circle. If you want to change fast, look at the people around you. They are either your fuel or your poison. You cannot become a lion if you keep walking with sheep. You cannot grow strong if you spend every day with people who choose weakness. So today, take a hard look at your circle. Who gives you energy? Who steals your energy? Who pushes you forward? Who keeps you stuck? Be honest and then make changes. Because the quality of your life will always reflect the quality of your circle. Guard it well and you will transform immediately. Principle 6. Learn every day. A growing life is a transforming life. If you want your life to change, you must keep learning. Growth does not happen by accident. It happens when you open your mind, seek new ideas, and apply new lessons. That is why the 6th principle of transformation is this. Learn every day. Think about a tree. If it stops growing, it begins to die. The same is true for human beings. When you stop learning, you stop living. Many people finish school and believe their education is over. They stop reading, stop asking questions, stop listening to new ideas. Slowly their world becomes small. Their mind becomes limited and their spirit becomes tired. But when you make learning a daily habit, your life becomes fresh, alive, and full of possibility. Learning does not always mean studying for hours in a classroom. It can be simple. Read a few pages of a good book. Watch a video that teaches you something valuable. Listen to a podcast or mentor who knows more than you. Write down your reflections in a notebook. Each day, add one new idea, one new word, one new insight to your mind. These small steps build a powerful future. Even 10 minutes of learning a day makes a difference. Imagine reading just 10 minutes daily for 1 year. That is 60 hours of wisdom added to your life. Most people do not do this. Most people waste that same time scrolling on their phones or watching meaningless shows. But you can be different. By choosing to learn daily, you place yourself ahead of the crowd. But remember this, knowledge alone is not enough. Many people collect information but never use it. They read books, watch lessons, and listen to speeches, but nothing changes in their lives. Why? Because knowledge without action is just storage. True transformation happens when knowledge is applied. It is not what you know, but what you do with what you know. So when you learn something new, ask yourself, how can I use this today? If you read about discipline, practice it. If you learn about gratitude, write it down. If you hear about fitness, go for a walk. Each lesson is an invitation to act. My friend, life is a great teacher, but only if you are willing to be a student. Stay curious, stay humble, keep your mind open. When you commit to learning every day, you guarantee that your life will never stay the same, because a learning life is always a transforming life. Principle 7. Speak with power. Your words are more powerful than you realize. They shape your reality, influence your emotions, and guide the people around you. If you constantly complain, gossip, or speak negatively, your life will remain small. Your mind will focus on problems instead of solutions. Your energy will shrink. That is why the 7th principle of transformation is this. Speak with power. Many people underestimate the effect of words. They say it's just a word. It doesn't matter. But words are not just sounds. They are seeds. Every word you speak sends a signal to your brain and to the world. If your words are full of fear, doubt, or anger, you create a life full of fear, doubt, and anger. But if your words are full of encouragement, truth, and strength, you Create a life full of possibility, growth, and confidence. Practice speaking words that uplift yourself and others. Instead of saying this is too hard, try saying this is a challenge and I am growing. Instead of saying I'm tired of life, say, I am learning every day and I am becoming stronger. Instead of criticizing someone, try offering advice, encouragement, or silence. Each word is a choice. Each choice builds or destroys your world. Your tongue is like a sword. You can use it to cut down your own potential or the potential of others, or you can use it to build bridges, inspire hope, and create growth. Powerful people know this secret. They guard their words carefully. They understand that transformation begins not only in the mind but also in the mouth. When you start speaking positively, your thoughts become positive. When your thoughts become positive, your actions follow. Also remember that speaking with power is not just about talking to others. It is also about how you talk to yourself. Self-talk is the silent voice that guides your decisions and emotions every day. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't, you will never try. If you tell yourself, I am capable, you will start acting with courage and determination. Words matter more than most people understand. So today, pay attention to your words. Listen to yourself. Choose words that lift, inspire, and strengthen. Use your tongue as a tool for growth, not destruction. Speak with intention. Speak with clarity. Speak with power. When you do, transformation begins immediately. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Principle 8. Use time wisely. Time is life. Every minute that passes is a piece of your life that will never come back. Once it is gone forever. Yet, most people treat time carelessly. They scroll endlessly on social media, binge-watch meaningless shows, or spend hours complaining about problems they do not solve. Then at the end of the day, they sigh and say, I don't have enough time. But the truth is they do have time. They just spend it wrong. That is why the 8th principle of transformation is this. Use your time wisely. Every person has the same 24 hours in a day. Rich or poor, famous or unknown. Everyone gets the same number of hours. What separates successful people from everyone else is how they use those hours. They value their time as their most precious resource. They understand that wasting a day is wasting life itself. Transformation begins the moment you start valuing your 24 hours. Each action should have a purpose. Ask yourself this question before every major decision. Is this helping me grow or is it stealing my future? If it helps you grow, do it with focus and energy. If it steals your future, stop it immediately. Small wasted moments may seem harmless, but they add up. 1 hour wasted each day becomes 7 hours in a week, 30 hours in a month, and nearly 400 hours in a year. That is over 16 days of life lost every year just to distractions. Time is not just money. Money can be earned back. Time cannot. Once it is gone, it is gone. That is why every minute matters. Use it for learning, growing, connecting, and creating. Do not give it away to meaningless tasks or people who do not respect your journey. Every small action that aligns with your goals compounds over time and leads to massive transformation. Also remember to plan your day intentionally. Simple habits like writing a daily schedule, prioritizing tasks, and focusing on one thing at a time can make your 24 hours extremely productive. Do not try to do everything at once. Focus brings results faster than busy. My friend, life will not wait for you. Time moves forward relentlessly. The question is, will you move with it? Or will you let it pass by while you waste it on things that do not matter? Use your time wisely because your future depends on what you do with today. When you value your minutes, your hours, and your days, your life will transform faster than you ever imagined. Principle 9. Embrace silence. We live in a noisy world. Everywhere you look, there is sound. Phones beep, notifications pop up, music plays, people talk, and messages keep coming. Most people spend every waking hour surrounded by noise. Yet this constant Chatter prevents us from seeing clearly, thinking deeply, and connecting with our inner selves. That is why the ninth principle of immediate transformation is this: embrace silence. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is power. It gives you clarity. When the noise of the world stops, you can finally hear your own thoughts, your own heart, and your own intuition. You discover what really matters, what truly drives you, and what steps you need to take next. Without silence, your mind remains crowded, your decisions confused, and your energy scattered. But when you practice silence, your mind becomes sharp, your focus becomes strong, and your heart becomes calm. Spending time in silence does not require hours of meditation or sitting alone in a mountain. Even a few minutes each day can make a difference. Turn off your phone. Stop the music. Sit quietly and simply observe your thoughts. Do not judge them. Do not react. Just notice them. You will begin to notice patterns, insights, and ideas you could not hear before. In this quiet space, you will discover answers that the noise of life often hides. History is full of people who valued silence. Great thinkers, writers, and leaders all made time to be alone with their thoughts. They understood that true creativity and true wisdom come from within, not from constant input. Inventors, philosophers, and leaders did not rely on endless noise for their ideas. They relied on reflection, focus, and quiet observation. Silence also helps you handle challenges better. When life feels chaotic or stressful, stepping into silence allows you to reset. You stop reacting impulsively. You start responding with thought, strategy, and clarity. Your mind becomes a tool for growth, not a battlefield of confusion. If you want immediate transformation, make silence a daily habit. Even 10 minutes a day of focused quiet can change your life. Start small and gradually increase the time. Create a space where you are alone with your thoughts, where the outside world does not interrupt, and where your heart and mind can speak freely. Remember, transformation is not only about action. It is also about reflection. In silence, you find the strength, wisdom, and clarity to take the next steps with power. Embrace silence, and your life will begin to transform immediately, quietly, and profoundly. Principle 10. Face fear directly. Fear is the prison of life. It keeps many people small, stuck, and unfulfilled. Most people wait for fear to disappear before they act. They say, "I will start tomorrow when I feel ready," or "I will do it when I am not afraid." But here's the truth. Fear never disappears completely. Life will always bring challenges, uncertainty, and discomfort. The secret of transformation is not avoiding fear. It is acting despite it. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward even when your heart is racing, even when doubt whispers in your mind, and even when the future is uncertain. Every person who has achieved something great has felt fear. They were scared, nervous, or doubtful at some point. The difference is that they did not let fear control them. They faced it step by step, and in doing so, they took away its power. Think about a time when you avoided something because you were afraid. How did that feel afterward? Probably regret, frustration, or disappointment. Now, think about a time when you acted, even though you were afraid. How did that feel? Likely relief, pride, and strength. Each time you face fear directly, you grow stronger, more confident, and more capable. Transformation begins the moment you refuse to run. The first step is awareness. Ask yourself, what am I truly afraid of? Is it failure, rejection, criticism, or the unknown? Once you identify the fear, name it. Naming fear takes away part of its power because it moves it from your imagination into reality. The next step is action. You do not need to conquer fear all at once. Just take one small step toward what scares you. Each step builds momentum. Each action weakens fear. Remember, fear thrives in avoidance. When you run from it, it grows stronger. When you face it, even in small ways, it loses control. Think of fear as a shadow. The brighter your action, the smaller the shadow becomes. The more you act, the less fear can dominate your mind, your choices, and your life. So today, make a commitment. Stop waiting for fear to leave. Stop hoping fear will disappear. On its own, identify your fear. Take one step toward it and keep moving. Transformation does not wait for comfort. It begins when you act courageously, even when you are afraid. Face fear directly and watch your life expand in ways you never imagined. Principle 11. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It is not a polite habit or social expectation. Gratitude is a state of mind. It is a way of seeing the world, a lens through which you view life. When you practice gratitude consistently, your perspective changes completely. This is why the 11th principle of transformation is this. Practice gratitude. Many people spend their lives focusing on what is missing, what went wrong, or what they have yet to achieve. They complain about their jobs, their relationships, their health, or their circumstances. But focusing on lack only brings more feelings of dissatisfaction. Gratitude does the opposite. It shifts your mind from scarcity to abundance. It shows you what is already good, what is already working, and what is already valuable. This simple shift changes your emotions, your mindset, and your energy. Gratitude is the fastest way to transform your emotions. Even during the hardest times, there is always something to be thankful for. Your breath is a gift. Your family, friends, and loved ones are blessings. Every lesson, even the painful ones, shapes you into the person you are becoming. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. When you focus on these things, your heart becomes lighter, stronger, and more alive. Your energy shifts from frustration and worry to appreciation and hope. A practical way to cultivate gratitude is to write it down. Each day, take a moment to write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be small or large, simple or profound. Perhaps it is a warm cup of tea, a smile from a stranger, or the chance to take a deep breath in the morning. The act of writing helps your brain notice the positive moments that usually go unseen. Over time, this habit rewires your mind to automatically seek the good instead of dwelling on the negative. Consistency is key. Practicing gratitude once in a while is helpful, but daily practice creates real transformation. It shifts your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance, from negativity to positivity, from complaining to appreciating. When gratitude becomes a habit, your life begins to feel richer, fuller, and more meaningful. So today, start small, but start now. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. Reflect on them. Feel them in your heart. Over time, you will notice a shift, a change in how you view yourself, your life, and the world. Gratitude is not just a practice. It is a superpower. Practice it daily and transformation will follow naturally, powerfully, and immediately. Principle 12. Take action now. The final principle is the most important of all. Take action now. Knowledge without action is useless. Inspiration without action is empty. You can read countless books, listen to endless lessons, and dream of a better life. But if you do not act, nothing will change. Transformation does not come from thinking or planning alone. It comes from movement. Every great achievement, every life-changing moment begins with action. Many people wait for the perfect moment. They wait until they feel ready. They wait until everything is clear, but the perfect moment rarely comes. Life is full of uncertainty, challenges, and unexpected events. If you wait for conditions to be ideal, you may wait forever. The key is to start where you are with what you have right now. Even small steps can lead to incredible momentum. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it is small and slow, but as it moves, it gathers strength and size. That is exactly how action works in life. Each step you take, no matter how small, pushes you forward, builds confidence, and opens new possibilities. You do not need to see the entire path. To begin walking, you only need to take the first step. Ask yourself this simple question every morning. What is one action I can take today to transform my life? It can be as small as writing a goal, making a call, taking a walk, or learning something new. The action itself does not have to be huge. The key is consistency and immediacy. Take the step now rather than postponing it, because when you act immediately, you train yourself to trust your abilities, your instincts, and your decisions. Remember, action does not always guarantee success, but inaction guarantees stagnation. The moment you act, you learn, you grow, you discover what works and what doesn't. Action builds courage, experience, and wisdom. It teaches you more in one day than thinking and planning can teach in a year. So today, do not wait. Stop overthinking. Stop doubting. Choose one step, any step, and take it immediately. Write it down, commit to it, and follow through. Action is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. Transformation begins the moment you move. The longer you wait, the longer your life remains unchanged. Take action now, my friend. Begin this moment. The life you want is not found in ideas or intentions. It is found in what you do today, right now. Start moving and you will begin to transform immediately. Final words. Transform your life today. My dear friend, listen carefully. You do not need to wait for next year for the perfect moment or for a miracle to change your life. Transformation does not come from waiting. It comes from choosing today. It comes from taking one step, making one decision, and committing to your growth right now. The 12 principles we have explored are not just ideas. They are powerful tools you can use to change your life immediately. Take radical responsibility for your choices, your habits, and your future. Master your morning so that each day begins with clarity, focus, and energy. Control your thoughts because your mind shapes your reality. Discipline your body because a strong body fuels a strong life. Guard your circle, choosing the people who inspire and elevate you. Learn every day, adding knowledge and wisdom that you can apply immediately. Speak with power, using your words to build, not destroy. Use time wisely because every minute is a gift you cannot get back. Embrace silence, creating space to hear your heart and your intuition. Face fear directly, moving forward even when your heart is shaking. Practice gratitude, noticing the abundance already present in your life. And finally, take action now because transformation only happens when you move. Even if you apply just one of these principles consistently, your life will begin to shift. Apply all of them and your life will never be the same again. Transformation is not complicated, but it requires courage, consistency, and commitment. Remember this always. You hold the power to change your life. The door of transformation is open right now. Step through it today and start living the life you were meant to live. And if you found this lesson helpful, stay with English Achieve, where together we grow your English, your mind, and your life. Your journey begins today. Embrace it fully and watch yourself transform.